And we have reached draft day. I know it's the episode that a lot of you guys focus on the most. We are picking 21st in the first round this year, so highly unlikely we're going to get anybody really good to drop to us that far down. That said, I learned my lesson last year. Even though I don't have scouting done on these, Ryan Keane is the number one player in the draft at catcher. You can see we have only 8 to 10% scouted on a lot of these guys at the top. Didn't expect any of them to fall to us at 21, but I want to put them on the board just in case. You never know. And you'll see right here, starting pitcher Kirk Kinslow, the highest rated pitcher on our board among the MLB guys, the non-discovered pitchers. We do have a discovery guy right here. Garth Larson, 6th for us. Chris Cruz, 10th for us. And get a few more down here. Is Philip Side? Nope. A few more guys down here. The one guy that is high on my list right now is this Rod Guy, this closer. Guaranteed A in the 70s. Excellent strikeouts and walks per 9. Excellent velocity and break. Throws 4 pitches. He is really number one on my list. We're going to slide him in here behind the other starting pitchers, but really he is number one on my list. If we can get a closer at that pick that's guaranteed A in the 70s, I will take him over any project starting pitcher, and we'll just kind of see how these top of the draft batters go. There was actually 12 batters listed at the top of the major league list, so that's a good thing. San Diego made some adjustments to the draft classes, and we need more hitters at the top. So we will hop in here. I will show you my spreadsheet real quick here, show you what we've got. Velasco we have as the top rated player on the list, and then Larson, and then you come down to Chris Cruz. I have them flip-flopped because I think Cruz has actually got better ratings right off the rip, and we got a few more non-rated pitchers down here. Relievers, didn't get a chance to scout them. We did scout Rod Guy. I forgot to write Sam Johnson's final ratings in there. We spent a lot of time on catchers, skipped Ryan Keane and looked at the rest of these guys, and we have a couple of them on the board. We'll just have to see if they even fall to us. I'm not going to take one in the first round. Same thing with infield, didn't find a whole lot. Our discovery scout this year was not very good. Not only did he not find a ton of pitchers, he didn't find hardly any hitters at all. We are just going to have to live with what's on the board. It'll probably be a high pitcher concentration in this draft, and I'm perfectly fine with that. We need more pitchers, especially starting pitchers and relievers. And there's another relief pitcher further down. I mentioned Johnson. Let me slide down and look at him, show you his ratings as well. Sam Johnson, he's a guaranteed B in the 70s as well, with great strikeouts, walks, and home runs per 9. So, if what's his face here, Rod Guy goes, maybe we take Johnson. If we get Guy and Johnson's there with our next pick, we may double up on closers and get 2 good left-handed bullpen guys guaranteed to be an A and a B in the 70s. You don't get that very often, and we'll see how that goes. But that's kind of my plan at the moment. But let's hop into this draft and see how it falls and see which players we get. And you can see the White Sox, Rockies, and Royals are all 1, 2, 3 in the draft. So let's get this thing started and see where all these top of the draft hitters end up. And with the first pick in the draft, White Sox take third baseman Danny Nance. Okay. They already have 2 catchers, Edgar Caro and Kyle Teel, so they didn't need another one. Second is Dion Dennison, first baseman, going to Colorado. So maybe he's I didn't look at him, maybe he's a power hitting first baseman that would fit in well at Coors Field. And the number 3 overall pick to the Royals, Ryan Keane, that catcher. They actually have 2 other prospect catchers. Maybe they can move one to another position, but hard to pass up a stud catcher high in the draft. You can always trade one. Look at Keane. Yeah, he's pretty well balanced. He's actually got a great arm too. Dennison, very balanced across the board, hitting and defense. And Nance, more of a contact guy with great defense. Arturo Valentin, number 2 guy. Looks really good as long as he comes in on the higher end. And there we go. Gil Arturo. It's a high pick for him. Terrible walks per 9. There goes Velasquez. Figured he would go high. Hitters go 1, 2, 3, 4. And Kinslow figured he would go. Outside of his pitch control, looks really good. Giants take a second baseman. We have his slightly overrated for that spot. A's get a pitcher who's guaranteed to be in the C or B range. Kind of a reach at number 9. Albert Geronimo, what a name. First baseman to the Mariners. You have to come in on the higher end, and even then, he's not that great of a pick. Milt Broadway. So we have Geronimo and Broadway going back to back. Both of them a little overrated. See who the Cardinals go with. Gomez, not a bad pick there, especially comes in on the higher end. Great walks per 9. Derek Willett, did not scout him at all. We were looking further down and trying to find a catcher, to be honest. Tom Sims, there you go, number 3 guy MLB list. Looks very balanced as well, especially if he comes in on a higher end. Angels, Brian Benitez. Didn't think he would last us. Looks really good. So we still got 5 hitters. There goes Hoyt Simpson. 2, 3, 4 guys. 4 picks before us to see if they all go. There goes the first catcher outside of the number 1 guy. Well, that's the first catcher we had on our list. Thought that would drop to us. Great contact, great defense. Does not slide to us. And one of these hitters is going to fall, and that's really not good because we didn't scout any of them because we didn't expect all of these guys to fall. And not only that, they reach for this center fielder. So, wow, we're going to have a strange situation here as another reach on an outfielder. Oh, he's not that bad of a reach, but still. So, Fletcher Rausch, number 6th on their board, 13 on ours. Didn't scout him. Really don't need an outfielder. Shortstop here, mostly speed, a little bit of contact, not the greatest defense. Another one here that's all speed and defense. Third baseman that looks pretty balanced, but we have Caminero, Bobby Medina, great walks per 9, or Rod Guy. So we really know nothing about these hitters at all. They could be good. They could be bad. Like I said, we don't need another outfielder. His arm was better. And we just don't know enough, and I don't really want to guess on any of those guys. So I guess it comes down to Bobby Medina. Great stamina, great velocity and break, great walks per 9, not going to strike out anybody. Or Rod Guy, a guaranteed A in the 70s as a closer. Pete Fairbanks is a free agent. And you guys might not agree with this decision, but I'm taking the closer that we know is an A in the 70s. And we'll just see how the rest of this draft goes. I really wasn't prepared for this many hitters to fall to us. It's really, really strange. May have to adjust my draft scouting routine going forward if that many guys are going to fall to us. But we're going to take Rod Guy. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Rays, Rod Guy. A potential 70s left-handed relief pitcher. Could step in and be a closer next year. Definitely got to have that. Fletcher Rausch goes to Cleveland at 23 to check him out. Short, the second baseman, goes to the Yankees. It's an overrated pick. All 3 of these guys slid out of the first round. That's amazing. White Sox take one of the shortstops, Sandoval, the one with good speed and defense. Houston takes the other shortstop. There goes Brian Tejada. I will tell you right now, there are 2 Brian Tejadas, one Central, one International, so this is a Central one. There he goes. Jose Jimenez to the Pirates. They get a top 20 guy with a pick 38. And Ramon Perez, guaranteed to be a B, maybe even an A closer, goes. Great hits and strikeouts per 9. Another closer goes. One of the catchers we were interested in, so 2 of the catchers we want are both gone. Third baseman we were looking at, he's gone. So here we sit at pick 56, and we have several pitchers, including Sam Johnson, the other closer. So we have Chris Cruz, not rated, number 10, great strikeouts per 9. Garth Larson, better walks per 9, and he's ranked 6th. Todd Cunningham, 112. We have at 11. Philip Sy, great velocity, great stamina, good strikeouts and home runs. 101 we have at 26. And then Sam Johnson, great strikeouts, walks, home runs, and pitch velocity. 4 pitches. Another closer, and he's 22. You know what? We're going to double up on closers. There was like 6 of them that were high. They weren't high in the draft list, but they were highly rated right off the rip. You can see here's another one. And I'm just going to go ahead and take 2 lefty closers. It'll give us 2 great arms in the pen. And we'll try to come back and get some of these starting pitchers with our next pick. And it's hard to pass up guaranteed A's and B's in the 70s. And here we are at pick 67. So we still have these 2 guys not rated. Still have these 2 guys that are in the hundreds, but we have them in the top 25. And let's see, he's 20. He's got great strikeouts, home runs. His walks are low, hits are low. Cunningham's more of a long-term prospect. So are those guys. He's got the better stamina. Let's take the guy I know has good stamina and see if Cunningham's there next time around. So Philip Sy, left-handed starting pitcher, guaranteed to be a B, probably even an A. Maybe high 50s, low 60s. Welcome to the Rays. And we're back here in 3rd round at pick 101. And I think at this pick, I'd rather have Chris Cruz than Todd Cunningham. A little worried about that stamina. Same thing with Garth. We'll take Cruz because he's guaranteed to be a good stamina starting pitcher. Another left-handed starting pitcher, guaranteed to be a B, maybe even an A. And here we are in round 4. Cunningham went over here to the Marlins at pick 113. So you see we have him at 48. He's 79, 89. Yeah, we're going to take Garth Larson right now. Another starting pitcher, guaranteed to be a B, maybe even an A. And our 5th pick left. Let's see who's out there among everybody. Get those 3 guys at the top. Second baseman here. Anybody, there's a reliever. Anybody that just jumps out at us. There's another reliever. Add him to the queue. Don't see much of anything. All right, so we're back to the top. So Infante or Zepeda, and let's take Zepeda. First right-handed pitcher. And we get to the 6th round, and we have another left-handed starting pitcher, right-handed starting pitcher, and a right-handed reliever. He'll be in the 50s. He'll be probably in the 50s, and so they're all 3 going to be in the 50s. And his walks and pitch control is not good. Looks like the most balanced one. So Adrian Infante, welcome to the Tampa Bay Rays, another left-handed starting pitcher. And we have reached the All-Star game. We have no All-Star starters. We do have a couple of players in the game though. Taj Bradley and Pete Fairbanks made the team. We are not going to watch the game. We're just going to sim through that. But I wanted to let you know we did have 2 All-Star pitchers. And the American League beat the National League, so whoever comes out of the American League will have home field in the World Series. And we are at the Major League Futures Game here during the All-Star break. I wasn't planning on showing this to you, but we have Andres Figueroa and Lou Garcia, 2 of our top prospects in the organization, plus Freddie Torrero, a closer we got as a free agent the first season, and they're all in this game. So I'm going to hop in and show you their at-bats as we are in Philadelphia. Cam Caminiti, Braves top prospect pitcher, is on the mound for the National League. And Andres Figueroa will be batting leadoff, so we'll see him right away. Here we are, hitting .313 on the season since he's been promoted to AAA. First pitch to him is off the plate and in. Figueroa's already got his contact up in the 70s. He's not long for the minor leagues. We'll get him up in the September call-ups or earlier, along with Lou Garcia. Figueroa doesn't have a ton of power. He's mostly a speed contact guy. Get him on base. Still got to work on his defense. That's outside for ball 4. So Figueroa draws a walk, leading off the game here. Welbin Francisca up. Not sure which team he's with. 0-1 pitch, runner goes. That's a strike, throw down, and Figueroa is safe. See the speed. Need that at the top of our lineup, whether it's him or Chandler Simpson. Francisco would knock him in with an RBI single. So the American League takes a quick 1-0 lead. And now we see Lou Garcia struggling just a bit with his average. Still got good power. 1-2 pitch, and he swings at a pitch in the dirt and strikes out for the first out. Now we're going to hop ahead to the top of the second inning. We have 2 outs, nobody on. Figueroa back up. See his second plate appearance in this Futures game. So he's got 5 home runs, 18 RBI. So he's matched Garcia in the power category in AAA, which is a little bit shocking because Garcia's power is much higher. And he's going to swing and miss on a fastball off the plate and strike out to end the second inning. Now we go to the top of the third. It's 2-0. American League, 1 out. Lou Garcia is coming up. See, he's struck out his first AB. See if he can have a better at-bat here. And he takes a pitch low. Cannot wait to get Lou up to the majors. He's going to be our second baseman of the future. Could play shortstop or third base if needed. See if we can get a hit here off Noble Meyer. 1-0 pitch. That's going to be a smash past second base into right field. So there we go. Lou Garcia. Get to see him get a base hit here in the Futures game. He would not score. National League would add a run at the bottom of the 4th. So now Andres Figueroa is up leading off. He'll face a new pitcher, Kevin Brookshire. See what he's done on the season. In this 2-1 ball game now. See if Andres can get on base again. The 1-0 pitch. It's going to be a ground ball to short. It's going to be scooped by Connor Griffin of the Pirates, and he guns him down for the first out. Now we hop ahead to the top of the 5th. Still 2-1. 1 out, nobody on. Lou's up again. He's already singled and struck out in his 2 at-bats. Facing the same pitcher, Brookshire. Down on the count, 0-2. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball to first base. Going to be snagged. Stepping on the bag is Wales, and that's the 3rd out. Now we go to the top of the 6th inning. Got the bases loaded and 2 out. We've already got 1 run in, and that'll bring up Figueroa now. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. See if he can get a clutch hit here and get us back in this game. We're down 4-3. 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a base hit past the first baseman down into the right field corner. That's going to plate 1, maybe 2. Throw comes in, and yes, 2-run single by Figueroa gives the American League a 5-4 lead. There we go, Andres. Clutch RBI hit. He just takes the outside pitch and smokes it past the first baseman down near the corner. And the American League jumps back into the lead. And that's going to chase that pitcher out of the game. National League going to go to the pen. Bring in Henry Sanchez. Francisca gets an RBI single as well. So now it's 6-4 with men at the corners. 2 outs for Lou Garcia. See if he can get another base hit. Get on the RBI fun here in the Futures game. First and second, 2 out, 1-1 count now. Pitch to Lou, grounded foul past third. Out in front of that pitch, see if he can wait back on it just a little bit. Again, 2 on, 2 out. American League up now, 6-4. And he swings at a 12-6 curve and chases it for strike 3. Nasty pitch there. But the American League jumps ahead. And here we are in the top of the 7th. We already have 2 runs in. We have men at second and third and 2 outs. Had a triple and 3 straight singles to get those 2 runs. Now we're up 8-5. Andres Figueroa coming up. See if he can drive in some more runs here. And he's not going to get the chance as the American League's going to pinch hit for him. And we would not score any more runs. And here we are in the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Gatlin just hit a 2-run shot to make this a 1-run game. Great back and forth game by these Futures players. Now we're going to go to the top of the 8th. We got 1 out. Lou Garcia up. He stays in the game. They don't pinch hit for him, but he's down on the count 0-2. And he's going to take strike 3. So 3 strikeouts in the game, but he does have a single tossed in there. And we go to the 9th inning. Freddie Terrero, that free agent closer that we found, is going to come in now. 2 outs. American League only up by a run, and Ryan Gatlin stepping in. You can see hit that 2-run homer in the 7th to make this a 1-run game. So he tries to hit his 2nd home run and tie it up here. Counts 2-2 with 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the pitch from Torero. And he takes strike 3 right down the middle of the changeup, and the American League wins 8-7. Phil McCarthy wins. Russ Ray gets the loss, and Freddie Torero gets the save. Let's check out this box score. You can see Figueroa 1 for 3, 2 RBIs and a walk and a steal. Francisco 2 hits, Velasquez 2 hits, Bryce Rainier 3 hits, and a ton of pitchers pitched, but Torero finishes it off with 3 strikeouts in the 9th as the American League wins 8-7. And now that we're done with the All-Star break, we have some decisions to make. We sit at 46-51, 6 games behind the Yankees in the division. And we are 2.5 games back on the wild card, several teams ahead of us, chasing down the Angels and Rangers. And we have some guys that are going to be free agents at the end of the year, trying to decide what we're going to do. Drew Rasmussen is going to be a free agent. He's sitting here at 6-6 with a 2.34 ERA. We also have Shane Baz, who's going to go into another arbitration year, going to be asking for a big raise there. He's sitting at 4-6 with a 3.65 ERA. And Pete Fairbanks is going to be a free agent as well. He's got 31 saves, ERA below 2. And then we also have Brandon Lau, who leads the team in home runs. He's got 20 home runs already. And he's going to be a free agent at the end of the season also. So we have to decide, are we going to try and stick it out, stay in this race, try to go for the wild card? See in the upper right-hand corner there, roster strategy says, the game says we are rebuilding. We are not competing. We are not doing a playoff push. If you see the Yankees and Boston and Baltimore, they all say playoff push. So we need to decide what we are going to do. And one of our glaring needs is catcher in the organization. You can see we just don't have any top-end prospects right now. Delay hitting 183. Kenny Piper hitting 194. 253, 276, but he's 28 years old. And what we have is a glut of first base prospects. Trey Morgan on fire, hitting 297 with 13 home runs. Xavier Isaac only hitting 225 as slug is under 400. And we don't really need both those guys. So I have looked at trades, and we're going to do a weird prospect for prospect trade within the division, which doesn't happen very often. But we need a catcher. We got an extra first baseman, so Isaac's going out. And Sam Basallo is the catcher coming back. They need a first baseman. They don't have any young first baseman at all worth anything. Mountcastle's going to be a free agent. They could keep Rutschman, and they still have Bernal. So we're going to trade our big power hitting first baseman for their power hitting catcher. 22A74 for a 21A75. And Basallo's going to come into the team and be our everyday catcher against right-hand pitching. We're going to balance this out. We're going to get rid of Jason DeLay. And we're going to take back Austin Shenton to balance it. So we have Shenton can go play in the minors while Basallo comes to the majors. Same thing over here. DeLay can go be their backup catcher while Isaac goes to the minor leagues and develops a little bit more. So like I said, rare in-division prospect for prospect trade, but we're going to make this one and finally get us a decent catching prospect. And I have decided that we're going to keep Rasmussen and Baz at least through the end of July. Definitely Rasmussen. He's going to get traded, I'm sure, unless we just go on a hot streak and win 10 games. Baz, on the other hand, he's only arbitration eligible, so we're not going to lose him. We can just keep him on a 1-year deal. We can also trade him if that's too big of a arbitration contract. And I want to keep Fairbanks. I think we can re-sign him pretty decently. Brandon Lau is going to be the guy. Leads us with 20 home runs. And Lou's not quite ready to come to the major leagues. So we'll hang on to Lau, see what we do there going forward in the future. But in fact, Lou could actually play shortstop for us if Carson Williams is still struggling. We could let Lou come up, play short for the rest of the season and keep Lau and then make that decision at the end of the season. The one thing we are definitely going to do is Trey Morgan is going to come to the majors. He's done all he can do at AAA. And we're going to send Aranda down. He's struggling. Let him go play every day down at AAA. And Trey Morgan is going to be our new everyday first baseman. Contact in the high 60s, power low 60s, high 50s, great vision, really good defense. So Trey Morgan's going to earn that call up to the majors. We have to clear a spot on the 40-man first. And Cole Sulzer, 63 overall at 35 years old, getting removed from the 40-man. Trey Morgan added to the 40-man. And he's going to come to the major leagues. Aranda going down to AAA. And that's where we stand. I have to fix this lineup. And I will be right back. And with that call up to the majors, we are going to watch Trey Morgan's MLB debut against the Padres and Jordan Montgomery. We'll just player lock and just watch his ABs, and I'll show you the final box score after that's over. And a much anticipated Major League debut happening right now. Home game here against the San Diego Padres. Tampa wearing their City Connect uniforms. As Trey Morgan gets to make his Major League debut. See him right there playing first base, our new everyday first baseman. And you can take a look at our top 10 prospects. We already saw Lou and Figueroa in the Futures Game. Trey comes in at number 3. Got a bunch of pitchers right after that. So we're getting all of our top bats to the majors. We're going to hop ahead here to the bottom of the second. We have 1 out. Trey Morgan's first at-bat facing lefty Jordan Montgomery. 2-2 count already. Here's the pitch. And a broken bat blooper on the infield. Machado's got it, and he guns him down for the first out. Jammed him hard, broke that bat. Grounds out. Now we're going to hop ahead to the bottom of the 5th. Still scoreless. Trey Morgan leading off. See if he can get this inning started. Already ahead 3-1, and sinker misses off the edge for ball 4. So Trey Morgan gets on base for the first time in his Major League career. And unfortunately, Morgan was gunned down trying to steal second, which is really unfortunate because Johnny DeLuca doubles, and that probably would have scored him, and we get no runs in the inning. And now we go to the bottom of the 6th. We have bases loaded, 2 out, Trey Morgan up. Clutch situation for the rookie. Let's see how he does in this big moment. All right, Montgomery still in the game here. 90 pitches thrown. We have bases loaded, 2 out, 1-2 count. Here's the pitch to Morgan. That's going to be a base hit past the third baseman into left field. 1 runs in, throw comes in, it's up the line, and it's going to be a 2-run single by Trey Morgan. His first Major League hit, his first Major League RBIs as the Rays break out, take the lead here. 2 outs in the 6th, up 2-0 now as they get the first hit ball for him. We add another run with a double by DeLuca. Fairbanks comes in and shuts it down, and we win the game 3-0. Pepio goes to 7-6 as Pete gets his 32nd save of the season. Let's check out this box score. 2 hits for O'Hearn, 2 for Cronenworth. Our side, 2 for Palacios, 2 for DeLuca. Trey Morgan with a big 2 RBI single in his Major League debut. Pepio 8 shutout innings. Fairbanks closes them down in the 9th, and the Rays get a big 3-0 win. And we have another debut this time. It's not his Major League debut, but it is his Tampa Bay debut. Samuel Basallo behind the plate, hitting 7th, facing tough task here. Knuckleballer Matt Waldron, so we'll see how he does with that knuckleball, but we're going to do the same thing we did with Morgan, player lock on Basallo, and see how he does in his first game as a Tampa Bay Ray. And we get our first look at Samuel Basallo at Gas Plant Ballpark here against the Padres. Tough task. He's going to have to face knuckleballer Matt Waldron. And he's going to come up here with 1 out and a man on second here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Rays are up 1-0 after a Junior Caminero solo shot in the 1st. See how he does against this knuckleballer. And he hits this down the left field line and foul. Down the count now, 0-1. And Waldron's pitch. And it's going to be a fly ball into center field. Jackson Merrill's going to have that. Runner's going to stay at second base. And that'll be the 2nd out. And we would not score. But Christopher Morel would hit a solo shot after the Padres tied it in the top half. Morel gives us the lead in the bottom half. Now we jump to the bottom of the 5th. Basallo leading off. Padres put up a 3 spot in the top half of the inning, so now we're down 4-2. See what he's done on the season. He's already played some games this year with Baltimore. So he's not making his Major League debut, just his Tampa Bay Rays home debut. 2-0-2 pitch, and it's a knuckleball. He has to take strike 3 on the corner. Nasty pitch. Now we hop ahead to the bottom of the 7th inning. Nobody on, 2 outs, trailing the game 5-3. See if you can get this rally going with 2 outs. 1-2 count. Waldron's pitch, and a high knuckleballer, and he swings and misses. It's like trying to hit a butterfly out there, and poor Sam's going to be 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. Now we're going to hop to the bottom of the 9th. Trey Morgan walks. We got 2 outs, a man on first. Basallo, the tying run, facing Robert Suarez now, so hopefully facing a non-knuckleball pitcher will help him out here. First pitch from Suarez. It's going to be a ground ball to second. Cronenworth has it. Throw to first, and San Diego wins the game. Sam Basallo goes hitless in his Rays debut. See Waldron with the win, Baz with the loss, as the Padres even up the series. Let's check out this box score. See 3 hits for Tatis, 3 for Machado, 2 for Caratini. Waldron gives up 3, but he pitches 8 strikeouts in 7 innings. We had 2 hits from Caminero, including a home run. Morel and Palacios also hit solo shots. Shane, rough start. And we dropped that one 5-4 in Basallo's home debut for the Tampa Bay Rays. And now it is time to get our draft picks signed. See what we can do in the first period. Philip Sy signs. Chris Cruz declined. Garth Larson signs. Adrian Infante says no. Rod Guy declines. Sam Zepeda declines. Sam Johnson declines. So we'll try again next period. All right, trying to get these guys signed again here in period 2. Sam Johnson signs. Ryan Zepeda signs. Chris Cruz signs. Adrian Infante declines. And our number 1 pick, Rod Guy, signs. So we just have 1 guy left. Try and get him signed up and get us to the trade deadline, see if we can make another deal or not, and see what these ratings are for these draft picks that we made in the 2026 draft. And before we get into the trade deadline, we'll give you a little quick update on our top prospects. Lou Garcia down here at AAA got his average up to 275. He has 10 home runs, 30 RBIs with 7 stolen bases, 6 doubles, 23 walks. So he's got a 374 on base, got that slugging up to 500. He's rebounded really well. Andres Figueroa, though, has dropped down to 279. He got dinged up, missed a couple of games, and he's still drawing walks. A 385 on base is good. Love that. Pete Murray hitting 314, 2 home runs, 13 RBI, 5 stolen bases. See, he's going up across the board except for power against lefties. And 375 on base. Got to like that. So he'll be up in September as well. Pitching side, Jackson Ferris, 8-8, 291 ERA, 111 whip. Only 34 walks, 126 innings. Dylan Lesko, a little bit higher on the walk rate there. Inflated ERA. Joe Boyle striking out the world, 120 strikeouts, 110 innings. Down in Double-A, center field A potential prospect Theo Gillen only hitting 242, 5 home runs. Contact is way up against lefties. Got to like that. That evens him out so he doesn't have such a huge split. Pitching side, Nathan Wiles, have a year. 143 ERA, 095 whip, 13-1. He's already 27 years old, so he's not really a prospect, but having a great season down in Double-A. JJ Goss, 11-2 with a 273. Jackson Baumeister, 7-6 with a 285. Trevor Harrison, 9-3 with a 310. So we got some guys down here in Double-A. We'll probably see them in Triple-A next year, doing really well. Marshall Wood, one of our draft picks from the last draft. He's only a 53 overall, but he's got a 232 ERA. Get those walks down, that would be helpful. Jeff Lasnewski, another draft pick, 261 ERA, 119 whip at 50 overall. I love that. And Freddie Torrero, we saw him in the Futures game get the save. He's got 37 saves and a 296 ERA. So a lot of good prospects at every level, hitters and pitchers. Unfortunately for Tampa Bay, we are sitting at 52 and 58 8 games out of the division. And we are 3.5 games out of the wild card. It is time to sell some players. And Drew Rasmussen definitely is going. You can see leads the team with 134 innings pitched. Great ERA, great whip. We're just not going to be able to keep him and pay him. He's going to want over $20 million. We're going to hang on to Shane Baz for a little bit longer, maybe deal him in the offseason, see what his arbitration number is. Fairbanks, definitely keeping him. Well, we gave up a big 3-spot, cost McClanahan a win. We were up 2-0 and gives up a 3-run shot in the 9th and we lost. But outside of that, he's doing great. I'm going to try and re-sign him, keep him for another 1 or 2 years. But Brandon Lau down to 234. He's got 20 home runs. And yeah, it's time to say goodbye to him. Thank you for your career. I'm going to go look up some trades for Lau and Rasmussen, and I'll be back once we have something to report. And we have a trade with the Angels. I'm going to send them Brandon Lau and Andrew Wantz. They need a little bullpen help as well. And we're going to get 24-year-old B potential, 71 overall, George Klassen with that 70 strikeouts and 85 velocity. So we'll take the young pitcher, give them a power bat as they make their playoff push. They're only 1 game out of the wild card. And now it is time. Take a look at our draft picks and see how we did. Rod Guy, 77 overall, 95 potential, came in towards the higher end. Gotta love that. Pitching clutch at 55, so it's not that far off his hits. Got great strikeouts and walks per 9. Gotta love that pick. Sam Johnson, 74 overall, 83 potential. Pitching clutch is lower, so he'll definitely be a setup guy, not a closer. Philip Sy, 60 overall, 94 potential. Great strikeouts and home runs. Got to work in the pitch clutch, hits and walks at 21 years old. Look at 96 stamina, so he can throw all day. So we just got to get him trained up on his per 9s and his clutch. Worst case is he's a trade piece. Chris Cruz, 60 overall, 90 potential. Terrible hits per 9, walks per 9. Great strikeouts, home runs, pitching clutch. Another one will just get him trained up on his per 9s. Again, we could always trade him if we need to. He's A potential. Another A potential, Garth Larson, 58 overall. Same thing, got to get his per 9s and pitching clutch worked up. 68 stamina. He may end up going to the pen at some point. Ryan Zapata, 73 overall, 76 potential. Home runs per 9 and pitching clutch are not good, so he'll just be organizational filler. And Adrian Infante, 90 overall, or 53 overall, 90 potential, another A pitcher. And we'll just have to get him trained up as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 A potential pitchers, 1 B and 1 C. We got 2 left-handers for the bullpen and a possible future closer in the making right here. Rod Guy, he'll be in our bullpen for sure next year. No point in sending him to the minor leagues. Just bring him in, let him pitch in the middle relief and see how he does. We can always send him to the minors if he struggles. But yeah, I told you it was going to be a pitching-heavy draft, and it sure turned out to be. Let's go look at some of the other guys. Nothing there. Danny Nance, this is the third baseman that slid to the White Sox. Great contact, great vision, discipline, clutch, power's low. Jermaine Kelly, 61 with 92 potential. Nothing great there. Keane, first overall, is only an 85 potential with 73 overall. Great hit skills. Defense needs some work. 61 durability is not good either. And they follow that up with Rico Castilla, 88 potential, 60 overall. Got to work in his power and his defense. Good hitter though. Derek Willett, 85 potential, 66 overall. Brian Benitez, 70 overall, 88. Terrible pitching clutch and Ks per 9. And he's more of a relief pitcher. Follow that up with Knapp. Got to work on his pitching clutch and per 9s, but at least he can throw multiple innings there with 92 stamina. Woodrow Milligan, we had looked at him, came in 70 with 82 potential. Decent bat, no glove. Looked at Israel Rivera, glad we didn't take him. That's another reliever. Alberto Geronimo, one of the best names there. Only a 58 but 88 potential, so he'll move up quickly. Alberto Velasco, that's the pitcher, said 72 overall, 94 potential. Would have definitely taken him if he had gotten to us. And then they got a closer that's 72 with 90 potential. Good draft there by the Marlins. Gotta like that. Archer Carpenter. Got a little room to go, but he's 88 potential. Rondell Smith. Kirk Winslow, 68, 86. Not bad at all. Good job by the Nationals there. Fletcher Rausch, outfielder who dropped a little bit. Great hit skills. Got to work on his defense and his power. Gil Arturo, 56, 88. He's a long ways away. Ryan Tejada we had on our list. That one is the international one. Not a good draft there by Pittsburgh. 71, 79. Glad we didn't take Craig Del Villar. Great hit skills, pretty good defense. Can't run a lick, and his durability is not good. They got the other Brian Tejada, though. B potential. Can't strike anybody out, though. And shortstop with two shortstops. A and B potential. Ooh, this guy went number 2 overall, and he's a 52 with 68 potential. That is not good. That is a major league whiff by the Rockies, considering all the guys that dropped. They did get a good closer, 75 overall. Great strikeouts per 9. 91 potential. So flip those two, I guess, but that's still woof. Those two hitters are terrible. Dodgers, great draft. He's only 59, but he's 91 potential. Another center fielder, 59 with 95 potential. A couple of really high potential relievers. Dodson. Gustavo. There you go. A potential. 57 overall outfielder. Jason Horn, second baseman. Got a good one there. 14 durability. That's terrible. Dude's never going to be on the field. Holy crap. Ronald McDonald. There you go, guys. Ronald McDonald. A potential catcher. Edward Alacio, third base. Got ways to go. Same thing with Masterson. Not a good draft by the Red Sox. Yankees. Nothing special. And then ours. So you gotta like that. 5 A potential pitchers, 1 C and 1 B. Gotta do what the draft gives you, man. Take who they give you, and we did. We took it. So gotta love that, though. 77-95. It's almost the best player in the draft. And that wraps up the 2026 draft for us. And we will move on through the rest of the season pretty quickly. Once we get through the 15th of August, we will bring up Andres Figueroa and Lou Garcia. Got to get through the 15th because they can't spend 45 days on a Major League roster. Otherwise, they lose their rookie status for next year. So we'll probably just wait till this Milwaukee series, bring both those guys up, get their Major League debuts, and kind of blow through the rest of this season pretty quickly, seeing as how we're 9 games back there. And we are 4.5 games back there. So we'll just get through this season and bring a bunch of our young guys that have already been up before back up, bring up the 2 new guys, let the young guys play, and just kind of see how we do. Our pitching is going to be solid, but we still may not score enough runs. But, we can always work on improving our draft position for next year. So if you like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit the notification bell. And I'll be back very soon with the next episode of the Tampa Bay Rays MLB 25 franchise.